Folktales by Oledo, retelling the sacred, reclaiming the silenced. There was no wind here, no sky, only a vast shifting dusk, colors bleeding into one another like sorrow into silence. Ayana floated, not falling, not rising, just drifting, as if held in the breath of a god too old to remember its own name. She opened her eyes. Around her, fragments of memory hovered like shards of glass. A mother wailing beside a cradle of smoke, a crown of flames resting on a child's head. 12 warriors chanting in a circle, vanishing into dust one by one. Mosi appeared beside her, tumbling forward, dazed. "Where are we?" he gasped. Ayana didn't answer, because the land answered first. A deep tone rang out like a drum underwater, and the fragments stirred. One shard drifted toward them, glowing brighter. It touched Ayana's chest, and she remembered, not her own life, but a life before hers. She stood now as Nikaya, first daughter of the Flameborn tribe, one of the 12 keepers who sealed the Wanjala generations ago. The same blood, the same storm eyes, the same defiance. She saw herself kneeling before the old baobab in its prime, lush, crowned in light, placing a dagger of bone into the roots, whispering a vow. "We give you our power. Bind it to memories. Let no seal break without our return." And then, fire, screaming, betrayal from within. The Wanjala had not just been kings. They had once been protectors. But their hunger for remembrance, for immortality, had made them devour truth itself. Ayana gasped, stumbling back into the present, sweat pouring from her skin. "I was there," she said. "I was one of them." Mosi frowned. "A keeper?" She nodded slowly. "And that mask, it's not just a relic. It's one of the 12, a vessel for the first lies." Mosi looked up. "Then why did it open the path?" Before Ayana could answer, a third presence entered the memory between. Not spirit, not human, something else. It stepped from the shadows, a boy no older than 10, barefoot, hair coiled with copper rings, eyes entirely white. He spoke, but his lips did not move. "I am the Threadwalker. I keep the seams of time from unraveling." Ayana stepped forward. "Are you the one who called me?" "I am the one who waits for those who remember. You opened the thread. Now you must follow it back to the betrayal." Mosi asked, "Whose betrayal?" The boy raised a hand. The dusk around them rippled, and a door appeared. No walls, just a single carved doorway standing alone. Ancient wood scorched with runes, its edges weeping golden sap. Beyond this lies the truth before the seal, before the Wanjala, before the Baobab spoken riddles. Ayana hesitated. She looked at Mosi. "If we cross this, we may not return." He replied quietly, "Then we find the way forward by going back." She nodded once and stepped through the door. She blinked. The sun was burning high above, but it was not her sun. They were in a land where the baobab had not yet been planted, where the tribe still spoke in light. And in the distance, 3 figures, cloaked in storm, bone, and ash, watched her arrive. And one of them was her. The light was different here, not the soft, golden hue of Ayana's village. No, this sun carried a blue fire, ancient and sharp, like truth before it was tamed. She stood on the edge of a forgotten world, a land before the baobab, before the Wanjala, before memory was bound to bone. The air tasted like copper and thunder. Behind her, Mosi emerged, eyes wide. "Where are we?" Ayana didn't answer. She was staring at the 3 figures watching them from across the field. One cloaked in storm, one in bone, one in ash. And one of them was her, or rather, had been her. The storm-cloaked figure stepped forward. She removed her hood. Her face was Ayana's, and not. Older, wilder. Her eyes held 1,000 battles. Her skin shimmered faintly with ancestral sigils, markings that pulsed with light like veins of memory. She spoke. "You've come through the thread, then the seal is weakening." Ayana nodded slowly. "Who are you?" "I am Nikaya, the Keeper of Flame, firstborn of the 12. You were me. I am you. You are the echo of my vow. The world has forgotten, but the vow remembers." Mosi stepped forward. "Then you're the one who sealed the Wanjala?" Nikaya turned to him, studying. "And you are not who you think you are." She raised a hand. Symbols flared around Mosi's chest. A mark emerged, faint, glowing. The shape of an eye inside a broken circle. Ayana gasped. "That's the sign of the Shadowborn." Nikaya's voice dropped. His line endured. "Whose line?" Mosi asked. "The 13th Keeper, the one who broke the vow, the one who freed the Wanjala." Wind roared through the field. From the distance, the ash-cloaked figure spoke, a deep, solemn voice that echoed inside the bones. "Let them remember. Let them see." The ground shifted beneath their feet, and the world peeled back. They now stood in a council ring made of living trees. 12 figures surrounded the baobab sapling form, its leaves gold and green. Each keeper represented a force: flame, river, bone, storm, sky, sand, seed, blood, time, mask, wind, stone. And standing just outside the circle, a 13th, a man draped in silver and shadow, eyes like still water. His name was Orunji. Nikaya's memory voice narrated. "He was once our brother, the keeper of the thread between chosen to guard the bridge between past and future. But he grew restless. He said the Wanjala were not enemies, but exiled gods. He believed they should return." Mosi whispered, "And they possessed him." "No," Nikaya said. "Worse, he let them in." They watched as Orunji stepped forward in the memory, drawing a blade of bone and light, and cut the thread binding the seal. The baobab screamed, reality fractured, and the Wanjala rose. Ayana staggered back as the vision shattered. Her head throbbed. Nikaya steadied her. "You must understand, the Wanjala were not born evil. They were once the guardians of balance. But when humans began to erase memory, to silence the land's pain, the Wanjala fed on what was forgotten. They became devourers of silence, of denial, of history erased." Ayana's voice trembled. "And the baobab," Nikaya nodded, "was our last vow. We rooted our power into its heart so that whenever the world forgot again, it would whisper the truth to one who still listened." Ayana looked down at her palms. They were glowing. Not fire, not light, but what do I do now? Nikaya stepped closer, her body flickering, fading. Wherever their echoes live, in children, in wanderers, in madmen, in broken places. You are not here to fight the Wanjala. You are here to restore what was broken, and that is a harder task. Mosi's jaw was tight. "And me, if I carry Orunji's blood," Nikaya placed a hand over his mark, "then your destiny is your rebellion. Let your blood be the tether that mends, not the knife that cuts. But beware, Orunji lives." Ayana's breath caught. "What?" "He has taken new form, new flesh. The seal broke too long, and now he seeks the baobab's heart to rewrite memory itself." The field dimmed. The vision dissolved. They were back, at the edge of the forest near the circle of stones. The mask was gone, but in its place stood a child. Not the threadwalker, a girl, eyes blank, voice empty. She said, "The Wanjala are moving. The river remembers." Then she dropped a single black seed into Ayana's hand and vanished. The baobab no longer whispered. It wept. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs hope today.